Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam, sitting here with a little bit of a beer after watching Manchester United beating Brighton 3-0. And what a day it has been. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've been on the watch-along singing, move, 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 like the red tribe do. Because I've just been in a good mood watching that Manchester United. It made me think, this is Manchester United. This is the Manchester United that I've grown up loving, watching the style of football. Now, don't take me wrong. Don't start saying, oh, Adam, why are you talking nonsense? Liverpool are the champions, for fuck's sake. We're sitting in 5th. We haven't even got a Champions League spot. Yeah. All I'm talking about is the progression that we've seen from Manchester United over the last couple of months with the addition of Bruno and Paul Pogba to this side. Paul Pogba obviously being injured for a lot this season. Bruno not being here for most of this season. Adding them into the side, getting a little bit more quality out of the likes of Mason Greenwood has just completely changed the side. Even Nemanja Matic is playing fantastically well at this moment in time. It is a great time to be a Man United fan. It feels good to watch Manchester United again. Every single game we're going into, we're thinking, we can win this one. We can pull out a performance. Oh, we've got a player that we're excited about seeing. Not just one player, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Every single player on that pitch I'm excited about. And firstly, let me talk about my man of the match, Mason fucking Greenwood. Generational talent. His 13th goal for Manchester United today in his first season of professional football. And he scored the first goal like it was nothing. The geezer's just cool, calm, clinical, collected. He's got all the technical ability, all the skill. Drop a shoulder left, drop a shoulder right, can finish with his left, can finish with his right. He's absolutely fantastic, is Mason Greenwood. And he got the scoring underway after 16, 17 minutes. It was a positive start from Manchester United. We had all the possession. We were playing with all the ball. We were poking and trying to find the opening for them. Martial was looking lively. Rashford was looking lively. Greenwood, Pogba, Bruno. Matic was just sitting there. Harry Maguire was looking fantastic, stepping out of defence and pinging some passes to the fullback. And it was all going well. Mason Greenwood picks up the ball. Boom, boom, drops 2, 3 shoulders. Pings the ball in the back of the net. Little bit of luck with the finish. But it's him. He always gets it on target. He always gets it low and hard, no matter with his left foot or his right foot. He's just a fantastic talent. 13 goals in his first season. I don't think people realise how good this kid is. He's fucking excellent, and it's so good that we've got the likes of Martial, Rashford, Bruno, Pogba grabbing the headlines at the minute, because it means he goes under the radar. He shouldn't be going under the radar because he's ridiculous. I was talking today on the stream, and I was looking at this here, Wayne Rooney's testimonial thing on the stream, and looking at the programme and all that. We saw Wayne Rooney go from a kid to a boy at Manchester, to a man at Manchester United, winning it all. And I'm not going over the top to say, Mason Greenwood, we could be seeing the same. He's got that quality. He's got that ability. He just looks like a player that's going to be world class. I'm not saying he is. And he's got that finishing ability. He can still improve. And that's United on the whole. We can still improve. Martial, Rashford, they can still improve. Pogba, Bruno can still improve. You know, all these players can still push on and still start getting better. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Luke Shaw, I thought he was excellent today. I criticised him after the game against Norwich. I'll point out and say he's excellent today. He did one bad thing, that was give the ball away in the first half at one point, and Nemanja Matic saved him. He was excellent too. But getting forward, he was a lot better. He was pushing forward, getting to the byline. He was getting there. He got there when, he whipped the cross across the ball for Anthony Martial in the first half. Martial gets, after a 1-2 with Rashford, Martial gets the ball from Shaw. Unfortunate as he turned, the defender tackled him, but that was fantastic play by Shaw. You want to see more of that. He was involved in the second goal as well. His delivery wasn't great. He took a little bit of a deflection outside of the 6-yard box. Goes to Paul Pogba, who sets up Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes smashes it home. 2-0 after 30 minutes. And it was all comfortable. It was all one-way traffic. It was all Manchester United. The only criticism that you could have was that maybe, we didn't quite get the goals, as many goals as we should have in the first half, really put it to bed. In the second half, we were able to take off Bruno Fernandes once we went 3-0 up, even though he was on a hat-trick. And that third goal, I tweeted, this is Manchester United. Because that third goal reminded me of those goals against Arsenal in the Champions League, and on the break with Rooney, Ronaldo and Park, and the nanny goal. It just reminded me of those classic counter-attacks under Sir Alex Ferguson. We were on the cosh, they have a corner, We hit him on the break. Nemanja Matic with a superb half volley pass out to Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood gets it, sprints up the field and picks out a delightful cross to the back post. He had Rashford, Marshall, Bruno Fernandes on the back post, and he picked out a perfect pass. We could see it from where we were, but where he was, it probably looked like Bruno or Marshall or Rashford was the best pass. But he picked it out to the back post. Bruno hits it on the first time volley, keeps it down, and it's free. It's game done. Now, we took off Pogba and Bruno, and we kind of lost a little bit of control. Brighton got more into the game. Brandon Williams, who came on as a sub, nearly scored and could have made it 4-0. Igalo kind of had a chance, which was flashed across the box. But, you know, the game fizzled out for us. But you take that all day. 3-0 up, take your best players off, see the game out, keep a clean sheet. David De Gea in the last 15 minutes made 2 world-class saves. One from Trossard, I think the other was from Mopai. I may be wrong on that one, but 2 world-class saves to keep his clean sheet after having nothing to do all game. And, you know, people have been criticising him, but he was absolutely fantastic today, was David De Gea, in that last 15 minutes, keeping out those opportunities. And now you look at the record United are on. 15 games unbeaten, 11 wins, 4 draws, 38 scored, 4 conceded, and 11 clean sheets. That's a goal difference of 34, and we've played some very good teams. Man City, Spurs, you know, all these kind of teams. And then even Sheffield United, Brighton have had a good run recently, picking up points against Leicester and Arsenal and all that. And we managed to go there, make light work of them. Yes, in the last 15-20 minutes they could have got a goal, or, you know, maybe snuck a little bit of a way into the game that they didn't deserve. And you could maybe say the substitutes that came on didn't do great. You know, you want to see a little bit more from I think McTominay was like an average performance. Like, he didn't do badly, he didn't do great. But Pereira lost the ball a few times when he come on. And I know you got a few minutes to impress, but come on, you got to do more with the game time that you get. So it was a very good day to be a United. I am buzzing. And I know it's only a win over Brighton. I know it, but it's the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. 15 unbeaten, 11 wins, 4 draws. We're still 2 points out of that top 4, and Chelsea have a game in hand, and that game in hand is against against West Ham. It doesn't bring the best of hopes, but we're also 3 points behind Leicester, who we have to play yet. They've got a game in hand, but they've got some tricky fixtures coming up. So you start to feel more positive about our top 4 hopes. If we lost or drew today, we weren't getting top 4, but the performance was fantastic. It was exactly what we needed. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picked his best team. He picked his best team. I've criticised Lindelof, I've criticised Shaw. I think Bailly's our best centre-half. I think Brandon should start sometimes. But Shaw was great today, so I can't criticise him about his performance. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, Brandon should have stayed. Luke Shaw was very good today. I liked what I seen. Now look, this was a Brighton side that sat back, tried to make things, you know, difficult for us to do. Didn't have a great deal of quality. But when you look at the fixtures that are coming up, 15 games unbeaten, you got Bournemouth at home, Aston Villa away coming up. You look at the rest of the fixtures, you feel like this run could go on. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it finally feels like United have arrived under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're starting to see what he wants to do. We're starting to see the kind of team he wants to build. And when you look at the team and the players out there, I love this team. I know we're not the best team, but I love this team. I know we still have a little bit of work to do. I know, but I love it. I like these players. They're a likeable bunch. Gary Neville was saying it during the game. They're a really likeable bunch. And in previous years, we've come to Brighton and failed to deliver. But right now, we're delivering. Right now, we're performing. And right now, we're looking like we're just going through the motions in a good way. Taking the games in our stride as they come. We didn't have the best of performance against Norwich. Bruno was getting criticised left, right and centre. He comes out today. He got the man of the match on Sky. Mason Greenwood got my man of the match because I thought his assist was fantastic and his goal was fantastic and it got us underway. But you just feel really positive about United right now. And for all those doubts that I've had and have about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whether he's going to bring us, be the man to bring the league back, and he's just delivering at the moment. Now, nothing's in the bag yet. Nothing's, this was one game. It's 15 games. Doesn't mean nothing. Success at Manchester United is built over longevity, built in the long term, built over consistency, performing week in, week out. And we need to continue to do that. But you start to finally feel like this is the Man United that I want to see. This is it. Now, whether you want Poch or, you know, you've had these stupid ideas or you look, get behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Whether you've been on the fence or whatever, get behind him. This team deserves us to be behind him. We've finally got a team that's pushing in the right direction. Now, I don't know whether we'll be challenging or whatnot next season. We've got a very long way to go in terms of rebuilding, buying the right players. But if this club back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the summer properly, and we go into the next campaign, there's no reason why we can't be comfortably in the top 4, comfortably in the top 3, and pushing on and hoping to try and close that gap. So that by the time the 2021-2022 season comes around, we can be challenging. Who knows, maybe even sooner. But it feels good to be a United fan at the moment. It really does. And I know it's only Brighton, but go fuck yourself. Let me enjoy myself. Anyway, guys, United have won. Mason Greenwood's my man of the match. Fantastic performance today. Bournemouth coming up next. We'll be here for all of that. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The Aftermath Live coming tomorrow. And for now, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.